about Peaky Blinders season
awesome.
2, which is fucked up because aren't they Irish? The Peaky Blinders are Irish, right?
No, they don't like the Irish.
Okay, well that don't make no sense because I thought Cillian Murphy was Irish.
Maybe.
I don't fucking know. Whatever. I shut the fuck up.
I don't know. We'll get you something else that they went weird with, but you know.
Man, it's Peaky Blinders season 2. You know what's up, man? You know what's up. All right, last time we ended off with the woman Grace popped old boy who's really horny in the leg, and she dropped his ass, right? That's where we left off. And Tommy was like, man, you know what? Fuck that bitch. She didn't want to ride with me. I want to ride with her, you fucking fed. Let's see how long that lasts. So, kick this off. Everything's going crazy. We see that she did in fact shoot him. Tristan wins the money there. I thought that fucking Tommy was going to pull up and save her. He did not.
Yeah. I think that
there
was my thought.
You can't go through Peaky Bros without a few sex scenes. So there was one right away in episode 1.
Yeah.
Right away. Bam. Tommy, he was out in the streets this season. He's Tommy's this interesting, complex character where at some points he's a dog, and then at some point he's a bitch. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have. He every time I feel like he does something that's dog worthy, he counteracts it and then does something bitch worthy, or he does something bitch worthy and then does something dog worthy after. So like he can't have both ways.
I wasn't completely on board with you with this in the first season, and then I was watching this season, and I felt exactly what you're talking about. I was like, yo, that's my dude. And then like 5 minutes later, I was like, I can't believe he's done this.
Bro,
time.
Eli, you're with me, right? Like it was prevalent in season 1.
Oh, season 1, I thought it was very prevalent. I thought it was almost more prevalent than this season.
Really? I thought this one was bad. Like
this one was bad.
He would either do something cool or do something bad, and then bam, it would happen, right?
The only thing that I would debate about is that he was just going after Grace in that first season, like hard. And I think that's why, is because he had like the same love interest for the whole season instead of just, different ones this season, to where he was doing things to counteract what he was doing that was dog worthy, as you said, to, bitch shit for Grace.
It was already episode 1 he was doing that shit. Let me show you, right? Episode 1, the sex scene he has is with Lizzie, so it's actually kind of important, right? That's the girl that was going to marry his brother Jack in season 1, but then he tricked her with the money and fucking her, and then she did it, and then you're like, no, you're not gonna marry him now. So that's who he's fucking. He fucks her, then he pays her, right? And she's like, and you can tell she likes Tommy, like she really likes him, likes him. She's like, you don't have to pay me, Tommy. Like you treat me like a fucking human. And then he throws the money and walks away, right? Yeah. Dog activities, correct? Like we're all
yes, that's a fact.
Whether it's positive or negative dog, it's still that dog, right? D-A-double-G. Then he counteracts it by, later on, he's like, comes in there, he's like, Lizzie, it's time for you to stop. You are now going to be my secretary. And hires her as a secretary for the Peaky Bros. Okay? Mind you, I like Lizzie. She's actually one of, I feel like the purest characters in this fucking show.
Agree with you.
She's really nice and doesn't want to do horror anymore. It's just her only asset that people see, and then she gets a secretary job and she does really well in that for a while, and then
Oof.
And so that was the dog, and then the reverse dog. I will counteract that wasn't necessarily a bitch move, just because it was pretty nice of him to do that.
What I was gonna say was that I don't know if I would call it bitch move, but because
he didn't wife her up, though, so that's kind of a bitch move.
Yeah, he could have very easily.
12 times over. She would die for that man.
I mean, Grace still lives on, though, so...
Who?
You know who.
We get an interesting plot line that I saw coming a mile away with Polly, where she's trying to find her 2 missing children from the past season she mentioned.
Right.
She gets a premonition that one of them dies, and she did, and then the boy is still alive, and that's Michael who gets introduced.
Scooped him right up, too.
That
wasn't even a fight, dude.
Wait a second.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is homie just, dipped.
Yeah. From his parents?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I thought it was just him chasing a bag. Like I was like,
That's
he just
fair.
wants
That's
money.
fair.
He
Yeah.
doesn't give a shit. He
He had money.
Not really.
Not Peaky Bruvs money.
Yeah.
Not Peaky Bros money, but he was perfectly well off.
I
And
mean-
that's part, like, I had questions about this because some random man walks up and goes, this is not your real mom. If you want, talk to me and I can take you to your real mom. And he doesn't even question it.
That's
Like, he
what I'm
just
saying.
disappears.
The reaction
comes
from
to
his
find it.
mother gave it away, though. His mother was acting very frantic and
Yeah,
panicked, so
yeah.
she kind of gave it. You could play that off better than that. She gave the sauce away for free.
Yes. At the same time, she still... I mean, that's who he was raised by. He didn't actually know his real mother at all. And then for him to just be like, see you guys. That was...
It's a weird thing, honestly, for like people who don't grow up with their real parents in their life like that, where no matter what, you still try to connect back to them and try to get them involved just because you want that semblance of normalcy. Like, you want to be like the other people who have like their parents and shit. It's
That's
very
fair.
much so something that like is not explainable or logical phenomena. But if you see people like that, it actually is pretty consistently happening like that. So where, man, you gotta stop coughing.
Dude, I don't know what happened.
But yeah, it's a pretty consistent phenomena in the real world.
No, I believe that. It's just like in the context of the show, at least, it seemed like it made less sense.
We get. Oh, I also forgot to mention they killed Freddy off screen. Just fuck it.
Oh, just because, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know why they did that. Maybe the actor didn't
I was
want to come
gonna
back
say,
for
yep.
season 2.
he
Absolutely.
probably wanted
whatever.
too much money.
Yeah, that's my only real thought about it. Because they had a whole plot line going on with the Industrial Revolution and workers' rights, and they're like, nah.
They mostly scrapped that.
People thought that shit was boring in season 1, so fuck that. Which I did. But I liked Freddy and fucking Tommy's relationship. They had a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, they redeemed Ada, though, by having him die.
Yeah.
Ada, I felt like, was a very strong character. She changed a lot from season 1.
She changed a lot, yeah. I won't say
She
that she was
changed a
one of
lot.
my favorite characters, but
They didn't give her a lot of opportunities in this season, I feel like, to do a ton, but she was better.
I mean, if you pay attention to the little things she does, they're pretty awesome. Like, she was really pushing for the workers' rights. She wanted to disown the Shelbys in general. She used her house to help out other people, even though it's, her own
Yeah.
house and shit.
Yeah,
was-
I appreciated all those
She
things.
was on being good human time and just wanting to raise her kid and be good and stuff.
Exactly.
And then, the Shelbys, she almost gets fucking raped for it because she's
Yeah.
a Shelby.
That's-
that was
that's
fucking
honest.
insane.
I mean, it's not just because of that. It's because of fucking you-know-who, horny boy.
Old
I
Fort
can't. I
McGee.
thought he was dead. I was.
I wish he was dead.
She shot him in the thigh. There's like a big ass artery in your thigh. You know what I mean? So I was really hoping.
femoral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping he bled out. However, he did not. He's back. He's even hornier now.
Dude, which
Dude,
is insane.
Crazy.
We found out his fetish as well, which was hinted at previously. This time it's just straight confirmed. He likes power dynamics.
Oh,
Yes.
so, yeah.
It makes sense why he's, police chief like he is or whatever. He gets off on being able to fuck with people. And that's why he hates Tommy so much, is because Tommy is very hard to pin down.
Correct.
Which
Literally.
he does pin down for a little bit.
For a little bit, he pinched him real good.
He used his stuff like that and blackmail and evidence and shit like that to pin Tommy down for a little bit. And then Tommy said, fuck your life. Then he went straight to Winston Churchill. Gangster move as fuck, bro.
That was awesome.
He knew that Winston was a soldier too, so he came at him like that. He's like, look me up, motherfucker. I'm that guy on the war, I was a fucking tunneler doing the dirty jobs for everyone, and I got this and this medal. I don't know what those medals really mean, but
I don't either.
every time they bring him up, people act like Tommy's the guy, so I assume they're pretty important medals.
Well, I think he was one of like 2 or 3 tunnelers to survive. 'Cause later in the season, he was telling someone about it, and they were like, all the tunnelers died. But
I
not
think that's
Tommy.
just more like it's the dirtiest job kind of thing. Because a lot of his boys made it out of there too. You know what I mean?
I don't think all of them were tunnelers though. Like he went to war with a bunch of dudes, but I don't think all of them were tunnelers.
But they keep mentioning his rank, and you wouldn't mention Tommy's rank unless they're directly working with him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yes, but that doesn't mean that they were in the tunnels with him.
I think they were.
Because like in season 1, you keep seeing the flashbacks, and there's like 2 or 3 of them together at most. And I think one of them might have been Freddy.
There was one with the big like a group, and Tommy was there above ground talking to them. There was one time they didn't show a lot of the war this season. They just talked about it.
Right. I think it would have been kind of interesting if they had shown more of the war.
Yeah, they just talk about it in passing and retrospect. It's kind of cool though, because it's like a fucking like a thing that happened, and they're like, Tommy keeps bringing it back for his advantage every time he needs it. Tom Hardy's here.
Yes,
I like Tom Hardy's character.
I wish you could say the same.
Yeah,
you didn't like Alfie?
I like Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I like Tom Hardy.
Tom
this
Hardy's
character
good.
didn't really do anything for me.
No,
not a fan of the Jews in the UK.
Whoa. Now is not the time to be using that rhetoric, my man.
Yeah, Kanye.
That's what they are.
They're Jewish individuals.
Dog.
Okay?
I
thought Timothy Hardy was doing pretty good acting. He wasn't on screen a lot, and he kind of was a bitch because he made a bitch move behind the bruv's back.
He wasn't a big old snake.
I don't like that. But I do like Tom Hardy, so, it's 50-50. I like the final scene with him of the season, with him and Tommy having a little talksies, we'll get to. That was cool.
I think Tom Hardy did a good job. I kind of liked his character, besides the whole, fact that he was a snake to the bruvs. That part was
I mean, that's like one of the 5 things he did all season. So by countermeasures, I don't think I can associate myself with him.
That's fair. I can accept that answer.
Another plotline we get is the classic Arthur's a fuck up. Still,
I mean, yeah,
that carried straight over from season 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Arthur's still fucking up. He killed a kid in a boxing ring.
Oh my god.
Because he couldn't stop himself because he's been having these war flashbacks consistently. Yep. And Tommy was a fucking dick to his own bruv, bro. He said, you need to get over that shit. It's like, damn, Tommy, really, bro? You guys were in the World War together, and you're like, get over, Arthur, stop being pussy. Cut it out. Stop.
War over now, ding dong.
It's like he has like a cookie eating problem. Like, not that he was in the war. It's like, no, Arthur, stop eating those war cookies. But I mean, Arthur's just a complete fuck up. I was really cool to see his cocaine addiction.
I was gonna say when he got on that cocaine.
Yeah, at first I was like, because they were calling it Tokyo. I'm like, that's coke. I was like, you're not allowed to say coke.
Thinking.
No.
And then later on, they were like coke. And I was like,
that's not Tokyo. That's Kokyo. Let's be honest now.
That's bars. Oh man, we get introduced to the third love interest of Timothy Shelby. We get introduced to May. So at this point, if you're keeping track of the scorecards, it is Grace, Lizzie, and May. Correct?
Yeah.
These are the 3 women contending for the love of Thomas Shelby and Flava Flav's Flavor of Love. That was a great show. You guys should have seen that.
I'm all right.
Let me get this out the way.
Oh no.
No. I think
Who
Lizzie.
Are you shipping?
No. Hold on. I'm not shipping nobody yet. Right? Grace is at the bottom in every possible way. She says she loves him, but she doesn't. She is a snake. She's just using him.
Damn, we haven't even gotten to her yet.
Personal gain. Hey, look. I'm just saying. But then May was much cooler. She's kind of using him for personal gain, but she seems to actually care about him more.
What kind of personal gain?
Yes. Lizzie.
I said what kind?
What kind? Oh, sorry. I didn't hear what kind. I just heard personal gain. What kind of personal gain?
Yeah.
Well, she just wants more power.
Does she? Did you get that from that, Eli?
I don't know, to be honest.
It was hinted at a little bit.
Man, you watched the fucking show?
I did watch the show. I didn't really care
today.
about her character, man.
Lizzie is the most pure. She just loves Tommy. I like that.
That's too bad for her.
It's too bad for her.
I gotta be honest. Lizzie picked like the worst guy to like. I mean, shit. Cillian Murphy's hot, but damn, bro. You know how he's an asshole in real life?
I could believe
can't
it.
say I'm surprised.
Good actor, pretty dude. Must be. I heard he's shitty.
That's tough.
Yeah. As far as my rankings go, it goes May, Lizzie, Grace, but that's a whole other.
I mean, Grace is a very, very distant third in any ranking, so
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Ease, what about you? What's your ships?
I would also agree with that. I honestly, Lizzie.
I think May is
It's
a better
a close
ship.
race.
I think
Lizzie's
May
a
is a
better
better
person.
ship. I think Lizzie's a better person.
I would ship May just because Lizzie deserves a little better than
Yes.
Tommy.
Oh
does.
man, that last episode, I wanted. Oh, man, never mind. We'll get there.
I like Lizzie. Okay, you know what? Lizzie should go for John instead.
John.
Yeah.
You mean Jack?
No, John.
Oh yeah, his name is John.
I don't even know.
John's
John.
already married though.
You right.
That's the whole point of last season, man. God damn, man, I'm the only one who watched the fucking show today.
This is a tough one. I still I like their dynamic.
So Michael ends up trying to get into the family. It reminds me a lot of well, I didn't watch that movie, so it reminds me a lot of what people tell me about, like The Godfather and shit. Oh,
Okay.
You know what it was? I'm sorry, it wasn't that one. I actually remember this. I didn't write down my notes. Have you guys ever seen the Mechanic remake with Jason Statham?
No.
Fuck. All right, well, this is going to go on deaf ears. There's a movie called The Mechanic with Jason Statham that's a remake of a really old movie called The Mechanic by another dude. But basically, Jason Statham's an assassin, and he picks up a young apprentice. And this movie scarred in my head because I saw it as a very young age. And there's a scene where his apprentice is pretending to get fucked by this big 6'5" fat man because that fat man's gay, and he likes to fuck little dudes. So he pretends that he's gay. They go fuck him, and he kills him. Completely different aside from what I was talking about right now.
I was gonna say, what is?
But I just wanted to tell you why that movie scarred in my head, right? I just want to scar you guys too.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I just want everyone to be scarred together. Basically, Jason Statham's showing him the ropes and bringing him along to be an assassin because his life is empty and he decides this is what he wants to do because, pays well, gives him a feeling of purpose, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's how I feel like Michael's arc is. Like, Michael's arc was very, he even said, I was over the little small town. I hated it there. If I stayed there another day, I was going to blow up that fucking wishing well and kill everyone in there. You know what I mean? He wants to find purpose, so he does a bunch of stupid shit. What does he do? He goes with Black Bruv. They go to a bar, and Black Bruv knew what he was doing. He even knew ahead of time that shit was gonna go down going to that bar. He said, "I need you to go. I need you to go with me because you don't come with me. We're gonna get pressed." They still got pressed. Get into a fight. Michael tried to talk like he was doing something out there. That boy, they were getting worked until they screamed they're Peaky Blinders. All right. They were getting dimed up in the head, real boxing style. Tap, 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 pop, pop. It would look real bad on them, right? Like Jake Paul's going to knock out Anderson Silva bad.
You stop.
That either going to age really well or really bad come Monday.
Also true.
And it's just like, man, what? I can't get escape racism for shit, man.
I know. I saw that too.
As a black man,
That's where it started.
I can't go to the UK, man. That is UK. But that was the crazy part. You know what the crazy part was? Is that I'm pretty sure that dude was Irish, right? Consistently, we talk about how Irish, I can say this, all right? I can say this. Irish are the black people of white people. You know what I mean? Like, the Irish got treated really fucking bad. A lot of the same shit that happened to Africans happened to Irish people, like, if we're being honest.
That is true, yeah.
Like, slavery-wise, all that shit, land taken over, raided their shit. There's still beef between the UK and Ireland to this day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, the UK and Ireland. They got two Irelands because of that shit. They got North Ireland and Ireland. Like, that's crazy. Like, what if there's a North United States and United States? Like, that'd be kind of crazy. But we're about there, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I was just like, man, fuck, more racism, damn. It's kind of out of nowhere. It didn't really serve a purpose other than to get Michael thrown into prison for arson. But I had to call him an N-word for it, bro.
Yeah, hard R too, man. I was like, oh shit.
Super duper hard R.
Yeah, he emphasized.
Like, if it was like, it's like the Superman S, but it was an R.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was that big and bold.
Superman.
Yeah. Super, man. That was interesting. Tommy is fucking 3 bitches at this point because Grace is back.
Guess who's back? Yeah.
She called. Here's the bullshit, right? Let's be honest right here. This is how I knew she's a hoe.
Okay, you just realized this?
Lil Baby said to no, that wasn't Lil Baby. I'm sorry, King Von said it to the best. You know how it goes. That little bitch a hoe, right? Met her at the store. I don't know if Tommy met her at the store or not, but yeah, he did the alcohol store.
Yeah, at the bar. Yeah.
The alcohol store. That's true. That's what it is.
Kind of an alcohol store.
She is married now. Within
God.
2 years of going through the Tommy scenario, which was an insane scenario, she's like, "Fuck it, I'm married."
Yep.
Not only is she married, she has the audacity to write a letter to Tommy telling him to call her while married. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tommy faked burned the letter too, which was, I don't know what he was doing.
they're both low IQ.
Bottom tier IQ. Tommy, anything else? Light Yagami. Tommy, when it comes to Grace, Simp Turner. This dude doesn't burn the letter, calls her, her mans picks up. Who dis? You pick up.
Yeah.
Who dis? Tommy said, "The fuck is a grown ass dude on the phone?" He hung that shit right up. Then she has the audacity to call back.
Bro, that's the move that pissed me off. Go away, Grace.
She didn't even know that was Tommy. She fucking guessed.
Dude.
And called back.
It's insane.
How did she call back is what I want to. How did that work back then?
1, she knew the Peaky Blinders number. 2, they used caller ID, but they called the what's that old dude?
The operator?
Yeah, they have the call logs. They're like,
hey, operator.
You can smell the breath and the fucked up teeth. And then operator. Can you give me the last number? Yeah, it was. But yeah, so that's how I'm guessing. She calls back. Tommy picks up somehow. He just happened to be there at the phone right when she was calling. And she's fucking, I'm sorry for my language. She's just dripping. And she's like, "Oh my God, Tommy, you answered." She's like, "Oh my God, I've been wanting to talk to you so bad. Oh my God, Tommy, I love you." And Tommy is like, fuck. This is right as everything's collapsing. You know, Michael just got pinched. Arthur just got pinched. He's going to be hung and shit. And she has the audacity to call. And he's like, "Yeah, we can meet up."
Are you surprised?
That was the most simp move of all time.
But then he had that dog in. Again, the pendulum swings one way and it swings back. Who does he call after that? He calls fucking Campbell up and tells him, hey, what's up, man?
Hey, yo, girl here.
Hey, I'm about to go to, my sister house? Yeah. You've been watching it, right? Yeah. You should watch that tonight, my man. Like, bro, that's some player ass shit. I was like, cool. He's doing this to get at Campbell, not because he likes her. Sweet. And
you were slightly wrong.
And then the pendulum swung back.
Wait, where'd that dog go?
It's gone. It's dead again. Actually, hold on. It swung twice in one direction. Actually, it swung there once because he had the audacity to call Campbell. Twice because she gets there and he treats her like a fucking hoe, bro.
Jesus.
He was pimping the shit out of her. He comes in there. He's like, "Yeah, my plan was to give you a drink, ask you a question. I'll go upstairs and fuck the shit out of you." And I was like, "Tomothy, what the hell?" And she was like, this crazy part about this, that shit worked, bro.
They did.
The wrist.
Stop,
dude. Never say that.
Shut up right now.
Never, ever say that.
The wrist, the bris.
Not the bris.
I'm going to pull up to your house before this is over, and I'm going to come shoot you.
The bris was crazy.
I'm going to get Tommy Shelby's bum revolver. I'm going to come pistol whip you with it.
He told her, look, he said, "Look, girl, I was just playing with you." He's like, "I was just doing that real quick to find out the information. I found out you love your mans, you happy life, you know. So why are you here? You should be with him. And then she was like, oh my God, Tom, you're so funny. And then they started talking. And lo and behold, he goes, you want to see Charlie Chaplin? She goes, I love Charlie Chaplin. And then he fucking, just a random scene takes her to go meet Charlie Chaplin.
That was so weird.
Just fucking, I didn't even know who that was, to be honest.
No.
I know he's an old school movie guy now. But
yeah,
maybe they just wanted to drop that he's a gypsy like Tommy. That was the only bar, you know?
I could see it.
They made a real big point of the gypsies in this season.
I mean, they did last season, too.
It felt much more prominent this season.
They didn't say gypsy over and over, but they showed, you understand what they were.
I mean, yes.
And then he takes her there. They do that. And then lo and behold, he takes her back and bang, bang.
He took her to the penthouse. And he freaked all of it.
But then that's when you find out he got that bitch in him still. Because he does that, they fuck, whatever, blah, 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 they stop. Afterwards, she goes, yeah, I'm here because... She's like, when do you leave? She's like, I don't know. He's like, I'm here for treatments. And he's like, what? And I was like, what? I was like, oh, she's dying. So she wanted to see Tommy one last time. That makes sense,
That's kind of what I was thinking.
They got radiation. She goes, nah, I can't get pregnant. I'm like, what? And I instantly, my brain was like, I know where this is going exactly.
Yeah.
So she went to Tommy to go fuck to see if she can get pregnant. And I'm like, Tommy, you did not fall for this, bro.
No.
No, dude, she got you, bro.
He thought he was playing. He thought he was playing chess.
Bro, I'm telling you, this guy's not great no more, but 18 years, on the 18th birthday, he found out it wasn't his. That's what her husband was about to go through.
That is.
He was about to raise Tommy Shelby's kid. And well, I mean, at that point, that's just assumptions, but I mean, it was an easy assumption to make right there.
At that point, her husband's got a call to make at 18 years, bro. And he's going to go, hey, operator.
Get Tommy Shelby on the fucking line. And, like, I was just like, oh, my God, she really did that. She really got nuttered in just for that. But then it begs the question. How did Lizzie not get pregnant? Because from the sex scene they showed in episode 1, Tommy was shooting the club up.
I mean, yeah.
They all were.
Ziploc bags back then.
But, okay, how Lizzie not pregnant but Grace is?
Power of science, bro.
Pull out game, maybe? I don't know.
I just said he did, motherfucker.
Tommy Revolver, go crazy.
I don't
Russian
know,
roulette, that's what Tommy's doing.
Just
one in every 12 his kid. It just happened to shoot Lizzie's club up and it wasn't the one. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, so Grace ends up getting pregnant. Shockers, gee willikers.
Golly gee.
And that's after he's been fucking May. She's great. She seems depressed though. She's really sad because her husband died and she's alone and she's lonely. She seemed like she pitied Tommy into fucking her. That was the vibes I really got, man. It was like, he's like, yeah, I'm lonely, my husband's dead. I can light a fire, I was like, no, I'm okay. She started crying. He goes, shit.
I'm pretty sure he wanted to anyways.
All right, I need my horse trained. Fuck it.
Wow.
And yeah, I also wrote down a note that is possibly sexist.
Oh, no.
It already is. I know this.
Yeah, it already is.
You don't know what I'm going to say? What the
fuck?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
Go ahead, say it.
It was from episode 4. I wrote down, that's it, man. Women speak in riddles. Because I believe May was talking to Tommy. And they were together. And Tommy was like, yeah, you want to go on a date or something? She's like, no. She's like, why would you think I want to do that? And they had like a conversation. And she was like, no, I'm not interested in that. And then later on, she's coming back. She's like, but what if you did take me on a date, though? Where would you go? Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, oh,
accurate.
my God. It just, this show is either the most accurately written show or it just feels sexist talk about women. I'll let the jury decide.
I don't want to be on that jury.
I'm just the judge.
I'll be the executioner.
Fuck, that was my bit.
Damn.
I guess I'm the witness. Yes, and let's see. This is like I wrote down as like body number 4 for Tommy. She came in to get pregnant. Tommy lost his dog again. Episode 6.
Yes.
First note I wrote down: both Lizzie and May are better than Grace, cooler than Grace.
That's facts.
And just better people than Grace.
My first one was calling. My first note for episode 6 was calling Grace a lot of mean things.
Wow. I also said she is preggers and shit is tough. Because she is pregnant while Tommy is going into death. This is probably the single best episode of the series so far.
It was actually pretty good, yeah.
Oh, it was a fantastic
This
episode.
it was intense. They had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. I was ready for everything. You know what I mean? I was like, what's going to happen here? And everything like that. You know, Grace somehow fucking, oh my God. Bitch ass Michael, bro. I knew that was who was on the phone. I knew it. I was like, God damn it, Michael, you told her where he was. Because she calls the Peaky Blinders office. Michael picks up and says, no, he's not here today. He's going to be at the Epsom. I was like, shit.
Dumbass.
That's Grace, huh? Lo and behold, it was Grace. You know what I mean? And then she shows up to the Epsom when he's trying to murder everyone. She's like, I'm pregnant, Tommy. What are you going to do about it? He's like, I don't know. I got to go probably die real quick. Can you fuck off?
Bro, she chose that time to hit him with the I love you, not him. I've always loved you. You do not, or you wouldn't have gone to New York without him in the first place, you liar. You wouldn't have gotten married to some rich dude for no reason. You liar.
Nah, you spinning right now. For real. You know what I mean? And so, maybe Tommy just got the riz in him to win her back over. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
no.
I don't like what you're saying.
I personally don't know what you're saying due to the fact you used an STD named the Riz in your statement just now.
Dude, I'm trying to win over the Zoomer audience. Can you guys stop already?
Know,
like,
can you stop?
My bad. I'm trying to get people to watch the show.
That's not.
Okay, we see what the comments think of you.
Oh damn! Oh shit! We're going.
That's not even this. Wait a second.
Bro, that's crazy.
You could have saved that for later.
Absolute Riz machine, Enrique's a Riz machine, dude.
Yeah, the Riz. I hit the gritty too. Hey. That's actually crazy because, you know, Tommy actually shot the guy and did the gritty on him.
He just did the Fortnite L dance over his body.
No, bro, the kids are past that. Kids are over that shit. The gritty, okay?
Ultimate Sterling, isn't it?
Oh man. So, yeah, Tommy has to do his plan to kill the guy for Campbell. This is where Tommy turns into a super piece of shit. Now, he is a piece of shit, but it's probably dog points, sadly.
Be very careful how you say this. I get what you're saying.
I already talked about this earlier. Dog points don't have to be positive.
I know this, but I don't.
So, he gets Lizzie, and he tells her, I need you to do one last job, Arthur. Right?
Tahiti.
And she's like, oh, dude. Actually, like, she put in a really good, her actress put in a fucking amazing performance that episode. Like, yeah. Lizzie's probably the character I was the most emotionally invested in and felt like the most empathy towards.
Okay, I agree with you on that. Because
he's like, I need you to go play a trick again. I forgot what the bruv term for it was, but, you know, the American term is trick. You know, go trick or whatever.
Yeah, she got fucked up in that, too.
And he's like, and she's instantly, like, super sad. She's like, Tommy, you fucking lied to me. And she wasn't, like, mad sad. She was, like, sad.
Disappointed
She was like, you told me I wouldn't have to do that shit anymore. I could stop. I could just live my life, and here you are asking me to do it. And Tommy, he's so caught up because, you know, he's probably he thinks he's going to die. Right? That's his whole assumption this entire time. He's like, I'm dying. He wrote his will, insurance, got everyone in his family set up. He thinks he's dead today. And he's like, Lizzie, I understand. I will be there and save you before anything happens. And he said that shit. I'm like, you are not going to be there before anything happens.
Absolutely not.
And she's like, and you can see her. She's still hesitant and sad. She's like, fine, Tommy. but this is the last fucking time kind of thing, And she does the boot thing, which I didn't understand, where she looked like she had Andy written on her fucking boot. I guess that was her pricing, probably. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's probably right. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was. I just knew it was
2%.
It could have been 2 pounds.
That's what I'm saying. It could have been 2 pounds.
Because it kind of looked like a 2L.
What the fuck you just said? You're not gonna slip pipe? I heard you. That was fucking insane what you just said.
Yeah, your shit.
I heard that 2% milk is fucking nuts, bro.
Eli, what?
Yeah, that's a double entendre right there. Because she's white and pale, and there's something else that's white and pale. That's crazy what you just fucking said.
Stop now.
Oh,
double entendre. Hey, he said it, not me. What the fuck? She goes to the back with the Fidel Castro lookalike, and Tommy does his original plan. He thinks the cops are going to be gone. Cops aren't fucking gone, so he can't get through the way he thought he was. So what does that mean? He has to waste more time going through the back way. And what does that mean for Lizzie?
More
she starts
time.
getting raped.
Yeah.
Poor fucking Lizzie is, and it's. Oh man, when you think about what she used to do and like how she was a prostitute and everything like that, and seeing how she resists this, it's really good characterization. You could tell she didn't like doing what she did, but she did it because she had to, kind of thing. And that she did like Tommy from the start because she wouldn't have just tricked for money. So when she did that last season 1 to Tommy, she did it because it was Tommy. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes.
So that change, like, retroactively changes that scene entirely. And it makes Tommy even look like more of an asshole for doing that back then. And she's fucking resisting, trying to fight him off. And of course, she's not strong enough to, because she's not like a bodybuilder or anything. She's just a secretary. And that's happening. And finally, Tommy gets to the area where he can kind of get in, elbows the guard, fucks up the one of them, runs in, points the gun given to him by Campbell, I believe. And lo and behold, the gun doesn't fucking shoot. Set his ass up to begin with. That's kind of. So Tommy was going to be fucked whether he killed him or not. Tommy starts battling him. Tommy was losing that fight. He was getting washed, which is sad. And guess who saves his ass? The person who didn't he didn't save. Fucking Lizzie shoots the guy in the head.
No.
What?
She tried to get the gun to work too, and it wouldn't.
Who shot him?
The dude had a gun, and Tommy turned it on him and shot him.
But Lizzie...
Like, they were wrestling for the gun. No, they were wrestling for the gun.
Are you sure?
Tommy was able to wrestle his hand around and shoot him. Yes.
Are you sure? Because I remember...
Because Lizzie tried to shoot it too, and it wouldn't fire.
But it looked like he took the gun out of Lizzie's hand and popped it in the air 3 times.
No, he took the gun that he used from the dude.
Eli,
I think
any comments?
Tristan is right, honestly. I know, I was thinking about it, because I think Tristan's right, to be honest. That's all.
I'm telling you, because the dude pulled a gun and he was going to shoot Tommy.
Fair, I'll take your word.
And then they were wrestling for it, and that was the only reason Tommy was able to win is because somehow he outmuscled him in that instance.
I might have misinterpreted the scene because I just saw the scene where she was holding the gun and like shaking, and I thought she got the shot off. That's my bad.
No, I'm pretty sure that's
a fair misinterpretation.
Because Tommy had it. He blanked. Lizzie blanked. They got the other gun.
Bang bang.
Bang bang.
Bang! Stephen Curry from way downtown. And yes, kills him ass, gets out of there, and a lot of shit happens and Tommy kind of disappears for a while. We see everyone else in their reaction. We see Lizzie talking to John at the end, and she's really sad. And John thinks that she was hoeing again. She's like, Lizzie, come on, Lizzie. We told you don't need to do that anymore. It's okay. Not knowing she was doing it because Tommy made her and told her to. And then she says, you're a good man. You don't have what Tommy has in his eyes, which is like that demon in him. And we cut, and Tommy got scooped by the IRA.
It was the Red Right Hand.
What is that?
Some other... I don't know if it's part of the IRA. I don't remember that part, but it's something different.
He's got a job.
Well, no, it's not the IRA, because Campbell was trying to get the IRA blamed.
No. It was the IRA. You know
dude, I'm pretty sure this is a different organization.
It's the Red Right Hand of, I don't remember who, because Campbell was trying to get the IRA blamed.
Yeah, but I think that that's why they were trying to kill Tommy for framing them. And but this it also goes back to the
Campbell
motherfucker.
hired
Let me
those
explain.
guys.
Let me explain. It goes back to the scene earlier in the season when Tommy was calling out that one dude for being a spy for the IRA. Because
What
remember when
episode
they were
was
in that
that?
office with the two new people and him, and he ran out and he said, "I'm not fucking doing it. Fuck these guys. They're working for the crown now." And Campbell comes gets him. He says, "He's a spy. Blah 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 blah. Get his ass, and I'll do this." And he said, "We'll figure it out."
Yeah,
And they
I do
takes it.
remember.
So then at the end, that's that guy. And because he's against the IRA, he is working for the crown, and that's why he saved Tommy, I think.
Maybe.
I think either that or
Was that the same guy?
I think. I'm not sure.
Honestly, it was such a short clip earlier. Like, I didn't even remember it.
This is what my brain pieced together in that situation. I think that, and either he did that he killed the IRA, or those guys were the crown, and he is a part of the IRA, and he killed those guys for Tommy because they were going to kill him. I'm not sure which one it was.
I guess I'll never know.
I will look it up on the internet. Because, to be honest, they didn't really explain it all, because it was really, like, first off, the prior scene was, like, 3 minutes long, and then that ending scene was, like, 5 minutes long.
Yeah, that red right hand business was not explained at all, and I wish it had been.
It probably will be in season 3, because that'll be, like, the plot line, because now Tommy works for them, too.
Yeah.
This game, I call this a fucking game. This show takes a lot of inspiration from Red Dead Redemption, you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys played the first Red Dead at all, but Tommy is pretty much John Marston right now, where he's a bad guy, but the government, holds some shit over him, so now he's got to be the government's whipping dog, and that's what he's doing. And they did the Tahiti line, so.
And there's Arthur.
There is
You have Arthur.
I thought Arthur and Michael weren't making it out of the season. I'm genuinely shocked they both
Definitely didn't think fucking Michael was.
Especially
I thought Arthur would.
I thought Michael might have.
Nah.
Because I didn't think they'd introduce him and then kill him off right away. But Arthur, I thought he was going to OD in this season for sure.
His death flag was swinging high.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I thought, maybe they'd set it up for redemption later. And that's probably where they are going to go is Arthur redemption. But
I don't need an Arthur redemption. I really don't.
I don't either.
Maybe he marries Lizzie.
No.
I would feel
Don't
so
do
bad
that.
for Lizzie.
Don't do
Arthur
that to
would start
Lizzie.
beating her.
He would. That's the problem.
Fucking Arthur.
Arthur is a dick.
Yeah. So that's it for the season. We leave off with the Peaky Blinders on the up and up, now expanding into
Camden Town.
Camden Town. Sure, man. I don't fucking do good in geography. I failed that shit. High key. Yeah. This season was pretty good. Overall, I thought it was probably, better than the first season. I didn't have as many complaints. I didn't cry as much about, the Freddy or Ada or anything like that. Grace still fucking blows big monkey cock.
again, man, at least we only got her a couple episodes and not every single one.
Oh, but now she's going to be here for good.
Yeah, I know. I won't.
None of us will, actually. But before we get into that, we got to give our ratings out for this season. I don't have my ratings from the first season, to be honest. But I'll give this one a 7.5.
You gave it a 7.
Yeah, so that's perfect. 7.5. It's better than the first season, in my opinion.
Tristan?
Gosh, what did I give season 1?
Also
I don't know,
7.
just give us
Also
a spitball.
7. I do think this one was better. A 7.5 does sound about correct though, because it wasn't great, but it was much better than average stuff.
Yeah. I gave the last one a 5.5. This is definitely better. Grace is not a part of it as much. Very few characters I actually had heat with other than her. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
You know what? I almost have to bump it up just because they actually killed Campbell.
For fucking
Or
Paulie.
so you think.
Yeah, or
if he
so
comes
I
back
think.
alive, I'll just suplex myself into the ocean. But as we just alluded to, we will not be continuing our journey with Peaky Blinders after a group decision. It comes because I have an analogy that fits perfectly. We're all fat asses, right? To a certain degree.
Okay.
Stick with me.
Yeah.
Stick with me. Stick with me.
Okay.
Right? Stick with
I'm
me.
listening. I'm
We're
listening.
Americans, right? So we love us some good McDonald's, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't order burgers from McDonald's. I order chicken, right?
Same.
Cool. So we're on the same page.
Yes.
When you're looking at the chicken from McDonald's, right? The first thing your brain goes to and what you want is you're like, I want some nuggets, some chicken McNuggets, right?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So you will go there and that's what you want. That's what you're going to get. That's what you come for, right?
Uh-huh.
However, sometimes you get a McChicken, right?
No.
And you're not like,
but I
you're
get
not
it.
like, no, listen, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. Okay, god damn. Shut your dumb ass up. You're not even letting me explain the thing. You know, either they fuck up, they slip one in the bag, they say, no, we're out of McNuggets, we got McChickens though. Right? And you're like, man, fuck it, give me the McChicken, right? So you eat the McChicken, and while you're eating the McChicken, you're not like, man, this shit's ass. You're like, you know what, this is alright, right? It's like, you know, it's not bad, it's still chicken, it's still McDonald's. I could deal with that, I could fuck with it. But you get done, and you're like, fuck, I wish I got McChicken. You know, McNuggets, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you're not like
Okay.
Yeah.
that describes Peaky Blinders, right? When I'm not watching Peaky Blinders, I'm not thinking, damn, I want some Peaky Blinders in my life.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I want something else, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want the big nugget equivalent of TV. However, when I'm watching Peaky Blinders, I'm like, it's not bad. But I never want it. And so that's kind of what my issue came to the show and why I didn't want to continue it. Eli, you also were a hard no, so what was your decision-making process?
Well, first of all, don't let Ted from TED Talk hear that because you would have a 30-minute segment to do.
What do you mean by that?
I just mean you'd have to put on a TED Talk performance for your analogy right there.
That was a good analogy, though. What the
I know,
fuck?
that's what I'm saying, bro. Are
That's
you
what
kidding
he's
me? I
saying.
was giving you props,
Oh, I thought
bro.
you were dissing me, bro. I got to fuck
No,
you up,
hell
bro. British style.
No, in all honesty, like I don't mind watching this show. It's just something that I have to watch while doing something else because it has, for me, I have a very hard time keeping my brain actually occupied on the show, and I want to do something else, but I can't because I need to know what's happening. As you can tell, as I don't know a few things that happened in this season that you guys were talking about. My attention span in this show is very bad, and therefore I don't feel like watching anymore because I'm not interested in it.
Tracy,
Okay,
you were
that's
neutral.
understandable. I was pretty neutral. I would have been okay continuing this. I'm not upset that we're not going to continue it on pod. I may end up watching the rest of it on my own. I may not. We'll find out.